I feel like the collective I'm speaking to has either recently started to realize or is needing to realize that you define and create your own identity. Nothing else, no one else does that for you. And I feel like, again, I'm speaking to this collective who either needs like that reminder or affirmation, confirmation, encouragement that you're on the right path, that the words that you say to yourself, the way that you define yourself when nobody else is around, is everything. It literally is the starting point to manifesting all of your desires. Because if you're not defining yourself in a way that is capable of achieving the things that you're calling in, then there's no way for the universe, God, source, to provide what it is you're asking for. This could be as simple as like I am statements. Perhaps you need to just start saying I am statements to yourself, talking to yourself in the mirror kindly. But this could be anything. This could be if you're a creator, talking about your artistry, saying I am an artist, I am a writer, I do this, I am talented at this. It could even be things like I am lovable, I am capable, I am a good friend, I am a great family member, like whatever it is. And I also feel there's like this energy of even like religious trauma, possibly along with like societal pressures and things like that, where you're maybe trying to break free of identities that were placed on you. And again, like peeling back the layers, peeling off all of these identities that were like kind of forced onto you, that you're peeling, and now you're kind of bare bones waiting to reacclimate to a new identity and deciding what that looks like for you. Or again, you're like starting to really sit and integrate into this new identity that you've chosen for yourself, while also recognizing that it doesn't have to stay that way. You can re-identify at any point. I just remember like starting out in my healer's path when I was doing healing work. It took me a while to like actually say, I am a healer. I do this work. I help others heal. You know, that kind of narrative was like so hard for me to take on at first. So I just feel like you, again, are on this path of coming into balance with who you are, recognizing just how much power your thoughts, your mindset, your perception of self has to do with everything that you want to call in, everything that you're moving towards is all going to start from that point forward. Let's grab some cards. We have Temperance at the bottom. Yeah, so you're going through some healing. I feel like, yeah, you're kind of like flushing through with the water pouring and flushing through all of these kind of like gunk, all this gunk, this debris of energy, ideas, perceptions of other people. You're just kind of like washing that away and then deciding what it is that you want to leave, what it is that you want to redefine for yourself. The World, yeah. Completion, major completion. For a lot of you, and I've said this in some recent readings, it's like this could be stuff that you have taken on for your entire week, for your entire life. And I just got a text talking about the week. So this week could be very significant for a lot of you. You could be coming into this completion this week. If you have been feeling that energy, you know, take timing with a grain of salt and always use your discernment. But for some of you, there is something massive coming to completion this week is what I'm hearing. Yeah, cycles that you've decided to remove yourself from, that you've decided you no longer resonate with. Your intuition has been telling you about these changes. You've been sensing them. You've been energetically feeling them within your field, and you just haven't seen them yet, but you know that they're coming. And you got, yeah, Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, new starts to your stability, new starts to, again, identity is really important for this message. New ways in, like, you're stepping in new directions based on this identity that you are now identifying with. Like, your perception of self has changed, and therefore your path ahead is going to mold to that as well. And you've been in this kind of stuck period. You've been forced to sit with some of the challenges, feelings of lack, feeling like you've been left out in the cold. You've been forced to sit with those feelings. You've been forced to look at your situations and say, am I going to allow my current situation to define who I am, how I identify? You know, this is like, for example, if you've been struggling with money and you're telling yourself, I'm broke, I'm always broke, I never have enough, I'll never make enough money to do this, I'll never have enough to do that. You're being forced to sit in this period until you recognize that your mindset and the way that you're perceiving your situation is what's going to shift you out of it. This is also with like relationships. It's like, oh, I can never maintain a good relationship. Oh, my friends always leave me. Oh, nobody values me. Mindset, perception, it's everything. And I feel like Spirit has really forced you to sit with this, to tap into your intuition, to decide this is the narrative that I'm going to resonate with moving forward, and know that my path is now going to acclimate to that. Because you're going down one path. You're going down the path. If you're in that like lack limitation mindset, you're going down that path. You can choose to split off that path and go in a new direction and say, you know what, I'm taking on abundance mindset. I'm taking in self-empowerment. I'm recognizing that I have everything I need within me, and that's going to cultivate changes. And so even if it's not an overnight shift, start walking down that path and you'll be amazed how much changes for you, how much molds to your new perception of self. Wheel of Fortune. The wheels of fate are turning in your favor. You have to be willing to start that in motion, though. Spirit, universe, God cannot provide you blessings, cannot just hand it out to you. You may be receiving intuitive downloads. You may be receiving nudges where it's like, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I shouldn't talk to myself that way. If you're not actually taking the action, though, that you're being inspired to take, nothing can change. And so I just feel strongly that you need the reminder, or again, this is confirmation that you're doing the right work. You're doing the work and it's paying off. For those of you who have been aligned with this energy, who have really taken charge of your mindset, have taken charge of your identity, have kind of like fed into your personal power, I feel like you're going to start seeing significant changes this week. For those of you who are not aligned to that energy and kind of like are telling yourself, oh man, like this is hitting, like I need to start talking to myself differently. I need to look at my situation differently. Start it now. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see your blessings come in. The rewards are on their way. Again, manifestation. You put out your order to the universe. It is guaranteed to come to you. There's just a lot of things that have to happen before it does. You have to embody the energy. You have to become the energy. You have to tell yourself that you are the energy that deserves exactly what it is you're calling in. Got just like a final. Yeah. This is going to come from choices. You need to start making the right choices with your intuition. High Priestess on the bottom again. Your intuition is very loud with you right now. Are you listening? Are you making the tough decisions that are telling you, hey, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. And are you letting other people, perceptions of people, situations from the past define how you move forward from this point forward? Because if that's the case, then you need to take control of that. It's not always going to be easy decisions. Sometimes you're going to make people uncomfortable. Sometimes you're going to make yourself uncomfortable because you're like, damn, I've identified as this my whole life. Suddenly I'm choosing this other identity and I don't know how that fits. I don't know how to acclimate to that right away. And that's okay. Feel the fear, do it anyway, make the tough choices, listen to your intuition. It's speaking very loudly to you, and you have major completion, major cycles closing out, celebration on the other side. I'm sending you so much love.